Welcome back to Pigskin Politics. We've been slacking, but whatever. It's the holidays.
It's Christmas time.
Leave
Why
us alone.
I'm wearing this hat. I mean, come on. It's okay, though. We're going to make our picks for the next week. Not going to lie, I have had a terrible year. I'm just kind of going to own it. Not a good year for me. So hopefully people have got mild enjoyment out of me, like...
Taking a lot of shots?
Just, getting a wee bit inebriated on YouTube. God, imagine if they'll ever monetize us. We'll have to work on that.
Sure.
But yeah, I say we just roll into it because we got to make 2 videos to catch up on our Pixo Pains. So let's just start with a Christmas Day showdown. You got the Vikings and the Saints. Oh wait, do you got the timer?
No.
Okay.
You can see it on the camera.
All right. And go. Who you got?
Vikings and the Saints. Saints. Even though the Vikings have gotten the better of them the last few years, I think the Saints are just... They're playing like they need to be a higher seed right now, even though they've slipped a little bit. Vikings they're not very good.
Yeah, I would agree. I feel like the loss to Chicago kind of destroyed their playoff odds, and if the Cardinals win paired with the loss anyway by them, they're out of the playoff picture. Drew Brees had a lot of rust against the Chiefs, so I think this is the perfect game for him to get back.
He played better as that game went on.
30. All right. We got Tampa Bay at Detroit. I'm going with Tampa Bay, obviously. I mean... It would be amazing if Detroit somehow pulled the upset, but Tampa Bay, I like how Coward put it. They don't have an identity, but they are the better team here, and Matt Stafford might actually even be injured, so give Tampa Bay.
Detroit's just awful. Just straight up, I'm sorry, Detroit. Like, I want you to be good, but you're not good this year. Tampa's going to roll you.
Yeah, that's really all there is to say about that. So moving on, we got San Fran and Arizona. Arizona's finally getting their feet back under them. I'm going to go with them just because San Fran has now dropped 2 weeks in a row to NFC East opponents, and that's kind of weird to me.
Arizona.
Yeah?
Arizona.
You don't...
I don't really, like... Arizona needs to get into the playoffs, and this is a must-win for them to get into the playoffs, whereas San Francisco's just... hoping for a higher draft pick at this point because they've been mathematically eliminated, so Arizona's going to win.
Yeah, it's a perfect storm, whereas San Fran's out of playoff contention. Arizona needs it. It's in Arizona. Arizona won the first match. So, yeah.
I just thought of something terrible, though.
What?
Remember how we said, we didn't say it on camera, but we only spent like 7 seconds on the Jets? Last week we said we'd take 2 shots.
God damn it.
The Jets won.
We'll get to that. All right, so then... The Saturday night primetime game, Miami at Las Vegas. This one, you kind of got to throw it out the window. I'm going with my heart over my gut.
This is primetime?
Mm-hmm. Flexed
it
into
is
Saturday night.
That's right.
I'm going with my heart here. Miami's defense is top-notch. And honestly, I was only scared with them versus the Pats because the offense was so wounded and they still came through. The offensive starters will be back. I think they're fine, and the Raiders have been in a free fall, so...
I would not be afraid of the Raiders if I were the Dolphins.
It is in Vegas.
You need to beat them to get into the playoffs, but the Raiders have been playing bad. Like,
for the last
free fall. Like
5-6 weeks.
If they would have lost the Jets, that would have been like 5 losses in a row.
Mm-hmm.
So
it really makes me wonder with Vegas. I mean, you can tell they're not a bad team, but like we said, give them another year or two. They'll be a Super Bowl contender. We got Carolina at Wash. Who do you think wins this one?
It's Washington.
Yeah.
Carolina's they're pretty bad. Washington's also bad, but Washington at least could still make the playoffs. They're still in the division lead. I think they come out here and wreak some havoc.
I'm actually choosing Wash as well, but no real reason on talent. I mean, it's still the Wash D-line versus, the Panthers.
Their only talent.
But this is Riverboat Ron's return game, and I expect his team to blow the fucking tires off the Panthers. So
I guess it is a return game, huh?
Yeah.
But
I expect there to be no hard feelings from this game either.
Yeah.
We got Atlanta at KC. Is there upset potential here?
Probably, unless Kansas City is in a coma and they're not practicing at all and they're like looking forward to the next week. But why would they do that?
No. I think this is a game KC will have. Atlanta's defense has not been great all year, and this is the prime guide who feast upon it.
Do you think Mahomes could possibly sit in the fourth quarter for this one? In a blowout?
I mean, I kind of expect Matt Ryan to keep it competitive. If the Chiefs are up by 4 scores, sure. But if not, I expect Reed to keep him in. Because I expect, Because if the Chiefs win this game, they've locked the first seed. So, they can just sit next week. We got Indy at Pitt. I know. I'll give you a little more time for this one. Go ahead. Have fun.
Pittsburgh fans. I know you don't watch my channel, but how you feeling? You feeling good? I mean, you were 11-0, but even if you try as hard as you can, and this game is as well coached as it could possibly be, I don't think you guys can beat Indy. I don't think there's any way you can beat Indy. You look terrible.
Even with Phillip Rivers and his random game, I call for an upset loss from him due to his bad interceptions. I don't expect them to beat the Steelers.
I will take 2 shots. Actually, fuck it. I'll take 3 shots if the Steelers win.
That'd be cool because, that'd be awesome. But yeah, I'm still going with Indy. They're the better team. Weirdly enough, Steelers have the better defense. But the Colts are comparable in their defensive performance, and they've been taking off these last couple weeks with a dynamite run game. The Steelers don't have a run game.
Sad as I do need the Steelers to win, but I don't think you could beat Indy. I don't even know if they could beat the Jets right now. Straight up, dude.
All right. There. That's way more than 30 seconds. All right, we got Giants at Baltimore. Do you keep your playoff hopes alive?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
I don't think there's any reason why the Ravens should lose this game, even though the Giants have turned their season around a little bit and started playing better, especially on defense.
See, what's weird to me is I wanted to pick the Giants because I wanted to think they were turning it around, but that game against the Browns, that was just poorly.
That was sad.
That was poorly ran, poorly coached.
I was rooting for you guys so hard to beat the Browns, but you guys stupid aggressive on 3rd down and 4th down.
And that comes down on coaching, and I don't think they'll out-coach Harbaugh. So, Ravens. We got Chicago at Jacks. Fun fact, Chicago can still make the playoffs and keep the Bucks out of it. I think this will move one step closer to that. I think the Bears can beat Jacksonville in Jacksonville. Just because, for some reason, after going 5-1, then losing 6 straight, they've won 2 in a row, and somehow turned themselves
all right,
around.
Guys, now we should start winning games
Yeah,
again.
no one trusts us.
No
or
one
believes
does.
in us.
We want to be the underdog.
Yeah,
all right?
let's gratify all those expectations and then surprise them.
Even when they were 5-1, I was like, I don't care. I don't believe in this team.
Yeah,
and what do you know?
But do you think they win this one?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, cool.
Jacksonville is terrible. It just showed against the Ravens. The Ravens ran all over them.
Yeah.
They did whatever they want, so I think Chicago does the same thing.
All right, we got Cincy at Houston. What you thinking?
This will be a good game.
I actually think it'll be a surprisingly good game, too.
Probably Houston. Cincinnati will be feisty. They've got, what to play for? A higher draft pick? They already have a high draft pick.
Yep.
So, you might as well just play with the Texans and try to beat them. Make it an interesting game. And the Texans also don't have to play for a draft pick either because they don't got it. So, it might as well win.
Yeah, I'm actually going with Cincy on this one. And
really?
The only reason I picked them is Cincy showed a lot of life against the Steelers, whereas the Texans within 3 weeks just lost in brutal, crushing, heartbreaking fashion.
2-yard line, man.
2 fumbles, yeah. I think their team is just broken. I think they come out flat, and I think the Bengals pull off the upset.
Better luck next year, Texans. Sorry.
But thank you, Texans. Thank you. We got Cleveland at the New York Jets. I'd like to see the Jets win, honestly. Which is weird because we ripped on them all year. Props. You did it. But are you going to beat the Browns?
They beat a good team, too. And the thing is, you never know. You
do never know.
You could tell the Rams they were in a coma.
Mm-hmm.
They were sleeping so hard. If the Browns are sleeping hard on you guys and they're practicing for the Steelers,
I kind of feel like the Browns even slept on the Giants and they still won that by 2 scores, so I think they're okay. I still think
the Rams are just as good as the Browns, though.
I think the Browns got this.
The Browns got it.
All right, we got Philly at Dallas. Both teams still somehow in the playoff hunt. Dallas actually turned its season around, but am I going to pick them? No, I think Jalen Hurts turns the Eagles around, and the Eagles will eliminate Dallas from playoff contention in their own house.
Yeah, Philadelphia's going to win, and NFL Memes is going to make a meme that says, "Y'all still them boys?"
Oh, God.
And it's going to be so full.
Have they been doing that this year?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
You haven't seen it? It's completely full. It's
Good Lord.
all the way around the picture.
Yeah, Dallas has revitalized its season, but against teams with nothing to really play for, and there's nothing. I think Philly has it. You know, honestly, sometimes it's a gut feeling. This time, I'm going with that. It's mostly a gut feeling. We got Tennessee at Green Bay. Who you got?
Tennessee.
Me too.
I kind of feel like Green Bay, like we've said earlier, like they're good, but I still kind of think like they're a little soft. And when it comes to like a good power running team or a good team like that, a physical team, I don't think they could take them.
No.
So
honestly, the disparity between the AFC and NFC is massive. I would pick almost any AFC team over almost every NFC team.
Except maybe like the Saints. That's it.
Yeah, and the Colts were able to come back from a deficit against the Packers, vitalizing using a run game. We've got Ryan Tannehill, who's smarter and more efficient than Rivers, and Derrick Henry, who's a better runner than the Colts runner. Is it still Marlon Mack?
No, he got hurt.
Whatever.
I don't know. The running back is
Jared
right now.
Leto or some. It was some weird name
Jared
like that.
Leto.
But yeah, just based on that, I'm going with
The
Tennessee.
Joker.
Technically, not an upset, but I'm Tennessee.
Tennessee.
And finally, we got Buffalo at New England, the sitting at home for the first time in 13-year Patriots.
Is Bill Belichick going to be dicks with his team and just
Probably.
try to beat Buffalo for no reason?
Probably. But can he is the question.
They would have to play a perfectly coached and executed game to beat Buffalo because I think Buffalo's just going to roll them.
Sean McDermott is a great coach, and I'll give Bill Belichick his respect, but you did just lose to the Dolphins, who literally had 5 offensive starters out, and the refs helped them heavily.
Yeah.
And you still lost to us to lose your playoff odds.
That did happen. I watched.
Yeah, it was bad reffing. And I'm going to say, if you can't do that against us with those injuries and the refs pulling for you, there's no goddamn way you're doing it against what could be the second best team in the AFC.
True. So,
End of story.
deal with it.
All right. We got some shots to take, do we?
We do.
All right.
Anything else to say?